Hey, what's up everyone? This is Valoramous. In today's music producer tutorial, I want to discuss how you can begin as a producer if you have no musical background, you have no skills. And this is through the 5 forms of actually creating tracks, the 5 types of tracks. And those are edits, mashups, bootlegs, remixes, and then original tracks. So if you're just starting out in terms of producing music in a digital audio workstation or DAW, I recommend that you start with an edit. So what you do with an edit is you take an existing track, you place it into your digital audio workstation or DAW, and then you merely truncate the song to the most important parts. Maybe you find an instrumental section, and then you use that instrumental section as your intro section, your outro section. You remove the second verse, you remove the second chorus or drop, and you only use maybe the first verse, the first drop, and then you have an intro and outro section. Now you have a truncated edit. The second type is obviously mashup. This is where you can take an instrumental from one track and then vocals or an a cappella from another track, combine the two, and that is still producing new music for an audience to enjoy. The third form is a bootleg. A bootleg could include some original elements from yourself as a producer. This is where you experiment. Maybe you take an existing track, you remove maybe the vocals, you add your own vocals, but then maybe incorporate other elements. So you can add additional drums, add additional percussive elements, add additional synthesizers or guitars to make that track sound extra special, and is essentially a unofficial DJ remix, because these bootlegs can be found on various websites such as DJ pools. But a bootleg is a great way to flex not only your DJ edit skills and your mashup skills, but also begin to incorporate original elements. The fourth form of track is then obviously the remix. A remix should be mostly your original work, but it's going to include original elements from that original track. And namely, this has to do with the vocals. So in most cases, your remix will include the vocals, because otherwise the listener will not be able to recognize the original track. But you're going to take the vocals and then maybe another original element or two, combine those, and then maybe add 70% new elements to the track, and this will make the track more your creation, but still retain those original elements so the listener can enjoy and know that your track is indeed a remix. And then the fifth track is obviously original. This is where 100% of the track is your own original work in terms of the instrumental and the vocals. And this is something you should aspire to achieve after you dabble a little bit in those other fundamental building blocks of producing tracks in terms of edits, mashups, bootlegs, and then remixes. So treat these forms of tracks as a spectrum. Start with edits if you do not know where to begin, and merely become familiar with your program, your DAW, and then work your way up to original tracks. You don't need to become way too complicated from the get-go and start with the original track. You first need to learn the fundamental building blocks, and most importantly, that is understanding your DAW, and then second, understanding the arrangement of tracks, and then you can begin to incorporate those original elements and work your way up towards the original track. So there you have it. Those are my thoughts on the 5 fundamental forms of tracks, which you can use as a progressive scale to build your original music. So if you'd like to learn more, either click here or click there, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.